Hey everyone, this is Nikhil from When Out of Frame. So I didn't leave my job just because I was brave or anything. I in fact left my job because staying was actually harder than leaving. Those endless hours of being in front of the computer screen, resolving one technical issue after the other, sending emails to the customers to let them know when their server will be up and running. Now, whether it takes hours, days, or weeks to resolve that problem, no matter how complex the problem is, it would all boil down to just one metric: CSAT, customer satisfaction. And that one metric determined my individuality. My bonuses depended on that. My monthly pay, my manager's perception, the number of leaves that I'll be approved of, and finally promotions. All that took a toll on my confidence. I would always look up to those people who'd quit their high-paying jobs and pursue their passion, with one caveat. I would think, yeah, they've saved a lot of money for this. There was a particular moment when I just joined Microsoft, and I spoke to the super boss. He had come for a small meet and greet with all the employees, so we sat on the table together. So I asked him, "What's next on your horizon?" He calmly looks at me and he says, "I'm quitting. In fact, I've just put down my papers." And I'm like, "Okay, which company are you joining?" He's like, "I'm not joining any company. I'm going back to my hometown. I'm going to start an organic farm." And I'm like, wow, I was just like blown away. This is the most prestigious position that he's got in this company. He's the director. And the kind of clarity and intent that he had when he said that in his words, it blew me away. At that point, I probably would not have appreciated it that much. But 15 years down the line, I don't know, it just hits different. Anyway, back to me, back to my amazing job with my customers and my case numbers. And to be honest, on paper, the job was fine, the people were nice, the office is great. But on my free time between customer calls, I would always find myself going to Amazon or finding some deals on some Blu-ray or maybe a gaming console that I really deserved. Just feeding my soul with all kinds of materialistic things. In spite of that, I felt something was missing. Don't get me wrong. In fact, I was reminding myself to be grateful. Hey, I have my friends on the weekends. I can host birthdays. I can go out for these movies. Maybe I can go out for those planned vacations, maybe once or twice in a year. And if my manager is so happy with me, maybe he'll take me out for this work trip. And all these things were just working fine. But somewhere along the line, I sensed this kind of discomfort. Like I had these blinders on, and I just realized it. You know what no one tells you? That discomfort doesn't disappear if you just ignore it. Everything just seems so certain, right? Why do you have to go and fuck it up? But that's when I was thinking that beyond this, there is no other question to ask myself. Apart from, is this it? Those paid vacations, those parties, my friends. I began feeling restless. I began feeling more frustrated, and eventually I began resenting everything around me. That discomfort became louder, way louder than the fear of uncertainty. And by then, something magical truly happened. So one of those vacations, I decided to edit a travel video using all the footage that I collected from my trip. I didn't want it to be just one good shot after the other. I wanted to tell a story of one tech guy submerged in the mundaneness of his world. He finds his true calling, adventure. Editing that one video set me on a course of unimaginable happiness. It opened the doors of something so profound, where stories can be imagined and can be brought to life by film. And that was it. That paved the path to a more intentional way to leave my job and step into this new world. But before I left my job to dive into this passion, I did a few things which I will talk about in my coming videos. I'm not saying you should quit your job, not just yet, or not at all. What I'm trying to say is that if you feel constantly tired, even though you're not physically exhausted, or maybe if you're feeling the Sundays are a lot heavier than Mondays, there is something weighing down on you. It's the same discomfort that I went through. And ignoring it doesn't make it go away. if you do pick something, or if you have something in mind, ask yourself this. Is this something that I can do for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years? Have an answer, not for the now, but for the years to come. This is Nikhil, when out of frame.